Patrick, the big event this month was DevCon. We talked a lot about, the open source work in our community heading into it. Really great event, those 4 hours, workshops, talks, a panel. What stood out about DevCon to you?
Yeah, I was really excited about this event for our community and want to provide a specific shout out to Paul Nagy and Adam Black for organizing this. You know, core to our Odyssey community is the need for us to have standardized analytics that we can all run to generate reliable evidence. And yet it's been really challenging for us to grow our developer community. And so DevCon provided an opportunity to really showcase the development work that's going on, provide newcomers the opportunity to really understand how they could get involved, and to really showcase all of the different technologies that are coming together to make it possible for us to generate evidence. I think the thing that was most exciting to me was to see a mixture of veterans in the community, those that are starting to contribute and looking for bigger opportunities, and a lot of newcomers who want to be able to contribute, but just don't know how, coming together to actually as an opportunity to say, what can we do together? I also was really excited for the panel discussion that we had, where we had representatives from Microsoft and Google and Amazon coming together to show how large-scale platforms are really making it possible for the Odyssey tools to have a real impact across the entire healthcare ecosystem.
I want to go back to something you mentioned about the newcomers. And, there's a lot this month talking about how do we grow as a community and the different kinds of support that we need. And one of them certainly is support within the open source community. And Paul Nagy talked about a new opportunity for newcomers. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I was excited that Paul announced the initiation of the Chiron contributor cohort. This is basically a program we're now going to conduct in the Odyssey community to support collaborators in the community who want to be active contributors to our open source development activities. And what Paul's established is a program whereby those can sign up to become part of our inaugural Chiron contributor cohort. And by investing their own time and participating as a contributor, they're going to receive mentorship and support in pointing them into specific areas where they can make contributions. I think it's going to be a really big win-win for our community. For those who want to make a contribution but just didn't know how, they're going to get a lot of support. And for the community at large and for the need for us to develop, this is going to be a great way to cultivate new contributors and new leaders within our community.
The Chiron application is available on the DevCon page, as well as all of the workshop videos and the videos of the talks. You can find them all inside of this newsletter. When you talk about support, another means of support for the Odyssey community was also discussed during April, and that's the new Odyssey sponsorship program. We talk about open source development and the fact that the Odyssey Coordinating Center at Columbia University supports a lot of the open source development within the community. Why was this the time to really kind of create this new sponsorship program? And what do you see as the benefits for those who want to take part in it?
It was great to have George Ripsack present about exactly what does the Odyssey Central Coordinating Center do. And as George highlighted in his presentation this month, there's a lot of different activities that kind of happen behind the scenes that we probably haven't been as clear about sharing with everybody as in the past. The support for the vocabulary, the support for our central infrastructure for all of our development, the support for collaborative activities. These are things that are happening within our community. I think it was also a really good time, Duchess, to highlight what's actually going on, but why it's important as our community continues to grow. We're now seeing a huge amount of organizations around the world who are coming to depend on downloading the vocabulary, who are coming to depend on the use of our open source tools, who are really looking forward to those collaborative activities. And we actually oftentimes get organizations say, like, how can we help? And so we thought by formalizing a sponsorship model that organizations who want to contribute to the cause of Odyssey can support the Central Coordinating Center in supporting the broader community so that these resources that folks are really benefiting from, we can ensure that they have a sustainable future moving forward.
More information on the sponsorship program is available in this newsletter. And, every month in this newsletter, we also share all of the publications from the recent month. And, it's always exciting just to see the work that is happening in the community. And some months it's 5 or 6 publications. This month, 11 publications. And again, the breadth of it from, methods research to data standards to open source and clinical applications, and then the geographies that are involved all over the world. It's exciting every month, but this month it caught both of our attention. How many publications, just how much you enjoy kind of seeing that and knowing the impact that the community is making.
Yeah, when we do research, it's often a long journey. And sometimes that end of that journey is a publication, which, as everybody's been involved with knows, that can be a tremendous slog to get there. And it's important that we generate scholarship in data standardization so that we establish best practices. It's important that we conduct methodologic research to develop new approaches. It's important that as we develop open source tools that we publish about how they work and what they accomplish. And it's particularly important that we have clinical applications where we answer real questions that matter to patients. So this month, to see papers coming out from collaborations in the US, from networks across Europe, many collaborators across the Asia Pacific region, as well as a couple papers that actually had the entire footprint of the global community working together was really gratifying to see how much progress this community is making. As our community grows, so too is the impact that we're able to see from all of the scholarship that's being generated. And I think these papers are a nice testament to the progress that this community is really making.
Yeah, it was really exciting to see. I do hope people check out all these publications listed at the bottom of this newsletter, as well as the presentations from the last month. There were great ones, certainly from the community calls, as well as DevCon. One to note was Martijn Schumy's keynote at DevCon. Really a terrific presentation. You can see the schedule for May. Some terrific community calls planned as well. So certainly a lot to be excited about as we continue to move forward. Thanks, Patrick.
Science.